y'all, it's me Alex. Today I am doing the makeup aesthetic tag. I was tagged by Lacey to do this and I'm really excited to do it. So thank you, Lacey, for tagging me. This tag was created by LS on YouTube, and of course I will link both of their videos down below. I've been wanting to do this tag to begin with, and it's even more awesome now that I have actually been tagged by a person to do it. I know I'm getting up my videos late this week. I attempted to get a video up yesterday, but like the sound was not good, but I promise I'm gonna like work on my 2 videos a week, and it's finals, but it's about to not be finals, so I'm gonna I'll be better. I promise. So anyway, I have the questions on my phone, so I can look at it there. There are 10 questions in this tag. Some of them I have really good answers to, some of them I don't, so we're just gonna see how things go. And yeah, anyway, I'm just gonna get started. Also, can we take a moment to appreciate my Mr. Rogers t-shirt right now? I'm really just in love with it. It's so cute. 5 Below. The first question is, how would you describe your personal aesthetic or style when it comes to makeup? I'm not entirely sure because it really depends on the day. One way that I would describe it is like definitely not natural. Maybe like supernatural, like, you know, like I could be an ethereal being wearing, you know, dramatic funky makeup, but like definitely not like natural. I would also say like I have a lot of influences when it comes to makeup. Like I like, you know, like the punky style of makeup, but I also do appreciate like Instagram makeup. I will wear a warm neutral eye every once in a while, but like make it dramatic and make my own and like put blue lips with it. I like a lot of color, and I like to do makeup in ways that might not always look super traditional, like if it's like a different shape for an eye look, or wearing funky lipstick or anything like that. My style is just whatever the heck I want. I'll just go with that. Who or what has influenced your stylistic choices? This is where like I don't know a lot of famous makeup artists. Like I know like Kevin Aquan, Trish McAvoy, I think that's her name. I'm trying to find because I got her book over there. Like I know objectively of those people and their techniques, and I appreciate that, but they haven't necessarily been like style influences to me. But there are like people in music, like I'm a big fan of Billie Joe Armstrong's entire look. I really love that eyeliner. I love everything that Kat Von D and her artistry team do. Like I really appreciate those sorts of looks. I don't know, I watch a lot of people here on YouTube. I don't necessarily follow a lot of tutorials. I like making tutorials of my own. I don't follow a lot of other people's tutorials. I guess a lot of like kind of punk edgier type looks and type of people. My number one is definitely Billie Joe Armstrong and Kat Von D as far as human beings go. I'm also really influenced, like my look today was actually influenced by Jackie Aina on YouTube. I was watching her Makeup Shayla ColourPop collab video, and that's what influenced the colors on this eye look, so I get kind of inspiration. I will say that I'm influenced by like her and Jay Kissa on YouTube as far as like not so much necessarily doing an exact look from them, but like if they like something, then I know I'm gonna like it, that kind of a thing. I don't even know if I answered that question. What are some of your previous makeup phases? I went through an emo phase. Like it's not even a phase because I still kind of look like this. Also, pardon the construction that they're doing that and will forever be, apparently. In middle and high school, because I was allowed to wear makeup out of the house when I was around 13, that was the age when I could start doing it, I was really influenced, like, I wanted to look like the bad influence best friend in every Disney Channel TV show. That's a very, very specific style, but the one who wasn't actually that bad of an influence, but just, you know, like skipped class occasionally and got C's, just wore eyeliner and bright clothing. Like that was what I wanted to look like when I was in middle school, so that's kind of what I went for. I did do like a lot of monochromatic smoky eyes with like a matte purple shadow or a matte black shadow or a matte blue shadow for a while, and I think that was actually a really good look because the thing is, back then I knew the basics of makeup, I just didn't know how to quite execute it, so everything that I did I would still wear in theory. Like I knew what colors complemented my eyes, I knew like where to put each eyeshadow, I just didn't like blend, and I didn't have the same tools that I did now. I would wear a lot of like bright baked shadows from Hot Topic and eyeliner and mascara and like foundation that I just spread all over my face and like a pink frosty lipstick. I just really wanted to look super edgy, even though like I went to church multiple times a week and got straight A's and was in choir. So not actually that edgy, but you know what I mean. What combination of existing brands would make up your perfect brand? Aesthetic and packaging of Kat Von D. Quality of Anastasia Beverly Hills. Like that is my favorite brand for quality stuff. With the bit of like the weird stuff of Makeup Monsters, I really like just like their lipstick style and, you know, kind of the affordability of ColourPop, but like that's also kind of secondary because, you know, if a product is that good, then I'm willing to spend money on it, that sort of a thing. So I guess that's kind of my aesthetic, just like a lot of different colors, but also making it really blendable and nice and good quality. Name 5 products that define your makeup style right now. Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade, Makeup Monsters Liquid Lipstick, Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer, Kat Von D Saint and Sinner Palette, and the Kat Von D Contour palette. I'm naming those as kind of like the things that are objectively my style and I can't do my makeup without, so I guess those make up me and my looks. What kind of style or aesthetic do you wish you could pull off? I think a lot of people have said this, but I wish I could pull off like the Glossier kind of look. Like I'm really interested in trying their products, but like the no makeup, and it's not so much that I don't think I could pull it off, but in the times when I've tried to do it, I really did not look like me. I think I look objectively fine, but I did not look like myself. I would also love to be able to pull off like a bright, bold blush. I've always been scared to do that just because I have a lot of redness in my cheeks and I don't want to do anything that would bring that out too much, but that would be something that I would really love to be able to pull off, and I just don't think I can. What style are you over? Now, I'm not really over a style specifically. I know a lot of people are getting tired of like the warm neutral smoky eye or whatever that is and like the Instagram makeup, and for me, even though it's not something that I do all the time, I really appreciate the artistry that goes into it because I'm constantly impressed by all of these amazing glamorous people who do that on a regular basis, you know, who wear false lashes and all of that, even if it's not for me. So I would say it's not necessarily a style, but one thing that I am kind of over in makeup is the idea that you have to wear a full face of makeup, otherwise you're not complete, even if you hate a certain step of doing your makeup. Like, I've discovered that I don't like doing foundation. Like, that just wasn't an enjoyable part of my routine. And especially recently, since my skin has kind of just like, the texture is weird and I can't find a foundation that is really perfect for me, I haven't been enjoying that step recently. So I am instead just wearing a little bit of BB cream and some concealer instead of using foundation. There are days when I just use concealer just to, you know, make myself actually look awake and not like a zombie, because I don't mind doing a concealer. And I know that there are people who, like, I have a friend who doesn't like wearing lipstick because she has like very sensitive sense of smell and a lot of lipsticks smell too strongly for her, so she doesn't want to wear lipstick. And she has awesome makeup looks, you know, whether or not she chooses to wear lipstick. You know, if you don't want to do your brows, don't do your brows. I feel like people think that you have to do a full face of makeup in order for it to be complete, but if you don't like doing something, you don't have to do it. You shouldn't feel pressured to have to do it. And I understand if you do feel pressured to have to do it because you feel as though your skin's not good enough or your brows aren't good enough or something about you isn't good enough. I want to tell you that you are good enough just the way you are, like in an empowering kind of way. But I also understand insecurities and what would make you feel as though you like have to do certain things. And so I think we kind of need to crush the idea that you have to do certain things, but I also don't want to make anyone feel as though they're bad or wrong for doing what they're doing with their makeup, even if they don't like everything, if that makes sense. So yeah, rant over. Who are some of your favorite makeup artists? Now this is where I'm like gonna pull just like from YouTube and Instagram and people like that. Kat Von D is amazing and I love her entire artistry team. I think that they have like a really interesting and abstract kind of way of doing makeup. I love Jackie Aina. I love Angelica Nyqvist. I'm really impressed by her. LS, who has done this, who created this tag, I'm constantly impressed by her makeup. Jay Kissa. And I know I'm naming off a lot of like YouTube people, but that is just kind of the makeup artists that I follow. Let me look on my Instagram real quick just to see. Because there are a few people on Instagram that I always forget because I'm always just thinking about YouTube. Okay, so on Instagram, my friend Avery Girljoy is on Instagram. I love her looks. She is amazing. So there's Robin Smith, Looks and Books Robin Smith on Instagram. I adore her eye looks. Oh, Katie Ellen. She's like one of the people who can like pull off the like no eyebrow or bleached eyebrow look and just do it really, really well. The one I'm thinking of right now is It's Ariella on Instagram. I'm really impressed by her, and also I'm just like obsessed with her hair. And yeah, those are kind of the people that I'm really into. Do you have any favorite editorial avant-garde makeup looks? I have a lot. I have some that I couldn't pull off myself and some that I like do regularly. I like the look of like just doing eyeshadow like on the inner part of my eye, like having a pop there and just kind of having everything else neutral, like kind of like a reverse of what you would normally do with your eye makeup. I think that can be super cool and flattering. I love like doing the little dots with eyeliner on my eyes. I really enjoy that. I love people who can pull off bleached brows. I'm really impressed by that. Or like the no brow look. I don't have it in me to ever try that, but I'm really impressed by people who are. I also love people who do colorful brows, things like that. And obviously, if you know anything about me, you know I love like unnatural looking lipstick. So those are just kind of the out there avant-garde things that I'm really into. And the last one is also something that I'm gonna struggle with. What is your favorite time period for makeup or least favorite? I think for my favorite time period, I love this look where the eyes are just very like big and bold. And I love that because I have like naturally like big eyes. So I find that those looks, even though I don't do a lot of like the graphic big eyes looks all the time, I do like more smoky-ish stuff. I find those to be really flattering and they can be super duper fun for me to do. And I also love the 90s because I just love that kind of like grungy look, you know, kind of like I'm kind of doing that today, a little bit more polished, but I love like the grungy look, like 2000s Avril Lavigne, that kind of makeup. I don't know if I have a least favorite decade for makeup. There are certain things about like the makeup that I saw on people when I was growing up, like in like the 2000s with like the too much self-tanner, you know, looking like he who must not be named is in the Oval Office, that kind of stuff. And like the frosty lipstick, in retrospect, I really do not like that. But I think there are also, you know, I don't want to say like overall there's one decade that I really hate, because I think that there are also like, I love the amount of glitter that was going on in the 2000s, you know, so I'm not going to count that off as a decade that is like completely crap for makeup. I just didn't like those couple of things. So that is it for this video. I don't know who hasn't been tagged yet, so if you haven't been tagged and you really want to do this, please do it. Consider each and every single one of you tagged. If you don't have a channel, you can leave your answers to whatever questions you want to answer down in the comments below, and I will chat with you because I love y'all. And thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe down below if you want to see more videos from me, and I will see you on my next one. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye!